So every time I work here, I actually like to make myself a latte or like a mocha, just so I could practice my latte art. But it's so hot in here. Yeah, on a snowy day, not snowy, on a rainy day like this, I usually like to just hang out here. Lunch. My mommy packs it for me. It's pretty dead on Main Street, which gets me to think maybe I should start my project a little bit early. My COVID screen teardown project. Because I'm so bored right now, there's nothing to do. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Fun fact, actually, this is actually one of the first things we ever did when we bought the shop. We had the very fortunate luck to buy this shop just before COVID. So when my mom actually became full ownership of this place, we got the government shutdown mandate. I mean, technically we're an essential service because how can you live without ice cream, right? But we had to take precautions, make sure that it was safe to sell ice cream. So we sourced the plastic here and set up these screens. Now after 4 years, they're finally coming down. Hi, how's it going?
Good, you?
Not too bad.
I said one scoop of salted caramel truffle.
One scoop of salty caramel truffle. Seems to be a little bit stuck somewhere still. How's it going, guys? Pardon me, I'm just taking down the screens. Ugh. Am I doing content? Yeah, you want to say hi?
Yeah.
Trying to, get more people into the shop, right? So this is how it looks without the screens, and I think it looks a lot better. Wolf Paws. Wolf Paws is a chocolate vanilla swirl with brownies in it. Yeah. And we got something similar called Gold Medal Ribbon, which is chocolate vanilla swirl with caramel in it. Or Moose Tracks, which is chocolate vanilla swirl with brownies and peanut butter cups. And we got Moon Mist coming from the east. We got old classics like salty caramel truffle.
Pistachio almonds.
I would recommend trying it first because it's not pistachio that most people think.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to try it,
Okay.
yeah.
Sure.
Some people love it. Other people are like, it's not for them. So you see, we still have this screen up here. And the reason why I'm a little bit hesitant to take it down is because we're able to put down posters like this Hojicha poster here. And it's right in front of the customer's faces. And you're able to advertise and give information as needed. So what do you guys think? Should we keep this up or should we take it down? And if so, what do we do about these posters? I just forgot to show you guys this. I bought herbs, all the herbs that my mom hates. So we have rosemary here. We got 2 variations of basil. We got cilantro and we got mint. So the idea is to make mojitos this summer with the mint leaves. The rosemary, I think it'll taste good in the pasta. The basils, obviously, basil fried rice and like pastas. You put basil in, molto bene. And the cilantro, because sometimes I like my pico de gallo and I'm always looking for cilantro. So think about starting a herb garden. Herb garden. So those are my plants. You might see them now. I gotta water them every morning. 엄마 여기서 찾았는데 좀 커. 아니 받기 힘들게 생긴 건 아닌데 그 구멍이 클 것 같아. 이거 쓰면. 이거밖에 없어. 잠깐. The other one, the only one that's metal is pretty thick. 몰라? 걔가 엄마한테 전화한 거지. 일단 4개만 살게. 알았어. So I came to the shop today so that I could portion out some fruits for the smoothies and also make some tapioca. But I picked up when I was downtown the other day something I've been looking for the longest time, and that's Hojicha powder. So my friend recommended me this Japanese place, and she's like, "This is probably the place that sells Hojicha powder." And lo and behold, it was there. I have been searching for this forever. Ever since I worked at the alley, they offered a discontinued drink called the Hojicha Latte. They used to have leftover Hojicha, so they used to make it for me, and that's where I sort of fell in love with it. Now Hojicha starts to pop out at like specialty coffee shops from time to time in Toronto, but it's just way too expensive, and I want to make Hojicha at home. I'm really excited to try it out. Yeah, let's do it. I'm actually really nervous because this isn't cheap. I mean, it's $23.95, so $25 for 100 grams of Hojicha. The recipe that I've looked at calls for about 10 grams, so I get 10 drinks. But I mean, it's cheaper than buying it at a specialty coffee shop, so here we go. Oh. Oh. Okay, so it says 10 grams. I'm gonna go for 8 just because this thing's sort of pricey. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So one thing I've actually learned working at a higher end bubble tea shop is that having some sugar actually enhances the flavors. So there's a couple tea options that we actually offered, but we didn't offer any no sugar or less sugar options, simply because we needed that certain amount of sugar to bring out the certain flavors. So I like to add just a little bit of sugar into the hojicha, not too much though. Wow, that's really dark. I swear my latte art's better. It's just every time the camera's rolling, I'm never able to make it good. It's perfect. It's actually perfect. So as I'm sitting here sipping on my hojicha, I was just casually browsing through other hojicha latte recipes, and it turns out I did not look at the final volume of liquid and instead just looked at how much water you're supposed to use to dissolve the hojicha in. By my calculations, I used about 3 times as much hojicha as I should. I mean, it was an amazing cup of Hojicha latte, but I don't think I'll use 8 grams again. I think you're only supposed to use about 3 or 4 grams. So next time, I will use a lot less. All things considered, though, this is a good thing. That means I can drink more Hojicha latte for my money's worth. What you may have noticed recently in my videos is an attempt to speak to you guys directly. Something that I've liked to do a lot less in my videos before. The main reason for that was because I'm terrible at public speaking. And it's a skill I want to learn simply because, I don't know, the filmmaker in me really just hates putting captions on the bottom. I think it's a cheap cop-out. It's just like forced exposition, not even visually, but by reading. So what's the point? I mean, I guess explaining everything in front of the camera as well is also forced exposition. I think this skill will come with practice. So you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm gonna sound like an idiot for the most part for the first couple videos I do this, I think. Actually, who am I kidding? It's probably gonna be for like the next 10 or 20. But eventually, I'm hoping that I'll be somewhat more comfortable on the camera and, you know, actually produce a cohesive and coherent thought at some point. I'd like to share what I'm thinking with you guys. I think that's what's lacking with my videos now. It's just my personal thoughts on certain things. I'm just bringing you along for the ride, but what's the point of watching if I'm not telling you what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling? Hopefully you guys are watching for more than just my lovely, lovely face. So for this pasta recipe, the most important thing actually is, oh, they don't have the paper bags. Hi, sorry. You guys have the paper bags for the mushrooms?
Those are none there?
No.
Okay, I'll go see some.
Okay, cool, thank you. But what we're looking for is the gourmet oyster mushrooms. It's about 10 bucks a pound right now, which is pretty expensive, but this is, it's local. And the thing about pasta, I think, with stuff that has less ingredients is that it's important to pick good ingredients, you know, because you let the actual ingredients shine. Oh, thank you so much. The next most important ingredient for my pasta is actually Parmesan Reggiano, which I think is just Italian for Parmesan cheese. You have to get real Parmesan cheese. I get mine from Costco by the block. I think by the block it lasts longer. And for this much, it's about $30. And I actually use quite a bit from the block. Very cool. I mean, personally, ever since I perfected this recipe, I stopped going out to eat pasta. There's a couple good restaurants downtown that I used to really like Gusto 101 and Tironi's. I like to think my pasta is better. So if you guys are following along, you guys should try to make it and then tell me what you guys think. This is probably the most labor-intensive part of making this pasta, unless you buy it pre-shredded. I like to leave these a little bit longer and bigger because I like the texture of the mushrooms. And you're going to want to cut them a little bit bigger and have a little bit more because these actually cook down to a fairly smaller size, like spinach. So cook more than less is my thoughts. And most of the fragrances and aromas and flavors are actually going to come from the mushroom. This is the brand of pasta that I use. It's also from Costco. Tagliatelle de Campifilone. Tagliatelle di Campifilone. Tagliatelle di Campofilone? Anyways, this is it. Ooh, just a little bit hot. So it says about 3 minutes to cook. There you go. Al dente, perfect. A little bit of pasta water. yeah, so this is essentially it. I mean, I gotta do a better job plating next time, because this just looks like a hot mess. My mom's trying to show me how to eat pasta off screen.
그다음에 이렇게 해서 먹어야지. 조금만 말아서. 아니 그렇게 하면
Oh my gosh. I just realized I could have used these basil plants for my pasta.